Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released any moment. The fact that Nnamdi Kanu was not even allowed to have access to his lawyer, to have access to certain things. But yes, good morning. Thank you for having me. It's a very wake-up development news that we are hearing from the Aso Rock, considering the fact that the one Bichi, they say is DSS director, has been relieved of his appointment as DSS director, and there's a wide jubilation, paving the way for a Yoruba man to take over that position. And we're also seeing, a similar thing in Nigeria intelligence agency NIA. The man there has been removed, another person has taken over. This drastic change portends the rising of the movement that is going to take place any moment from now in Aso Rock. And of course, a lot of people are speculating that this is going to definitely lead to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release very soon. The judge also at a point in time has a similar misunderstanding with the DSS over the manner and way Nnamdi Kanu is being treated. Considering the fact that Nnamdi Kanu was not even allowed to have access to his lawyer, to have access to certain things. But that era has gone now. We are looking up for a new thing at the end of the day, where we are going to see things, shape up, in favor of Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria, as explained, that the northern Nigeria are not very comfortable with the decision of Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led government so far. The decision signifies that he might be, backing the Nnamdi Kanu release and negotiation behind the scene, and that's what they are trying to portray at the end of the day. But we understand that that is the Tinubu himself trying to take control of his government, trying to establish himself, on his administration, and that's the way to go. We are going to see more changes so far. Removing and dismantling Muhammadu Buhari government in Aso Rock means that there is something that we are going to understand in that regard. And what we are going to understand is the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released any moment from now. And away from that, we also had the issue of timing for our educational system, whereby if you are not up to 18 years, you will not be allowed access to the university, to access universal knowledge or get admission to university. And a lot of people are complaining that they not actually want to use it against the South. But I actually doubt, that possibility, because the northern part of the country are the people that should be seen to be celebrating this policy if it is well implemented by the government, because it is going to add a lot of values to our educational system, and also create a proper training and upbringing before a child can be able to access university level, because once it becomes mandatory that once you access the age of 18 before you can gain admission, for me I think it's a good development, and if government can sustain it, for me I think it's okay. It is going to the South is already be a bit sophisticated more than the North. The North, even if we make it less than that, the North might not want to embrace such policy because of their faith and religion is always attached to issues like this once they come up. But of course, for those of them who see it from the other point of view, I think it's a good development. The North should embrace it, and get Nigeria going, because education is one of the factor. Education is one of the factors that can drive a nation, in terms of economy, in terms of innovations, in terms of reform, service, and the rest of them. Education is very important. Once you have an educational system, educational society, then you have an easy working nation or country in that regard. So kudos to whoever that is, powering that policy on education, and of course, and those of them who want to see it stand and come to reality. That's a welcome development. And away from that, there's so much struggle on the national space currently now, especially what you are seeing, happening currently in Abuja with a lot of, not too clear understanding of where this administration is going. But no matter how you look at it, you understand, the most important thing is that whatever changes they're going to do, whatever thing they are embarking on, at the end of the day, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released. And everybody seeing it in that direction, that is released. Is sacrosanct, even though Simon Ekpa has come up with a one-month sit at home. We don't know how to achieve that anyway. But that sit at home, if you look at it very well, it's part of agitation, it's part of the propaganda to get the consciousness of people, to the issue of Biafran agitation. Whatever it takes to go want to achieve with that 1 month, sit at home or whatever, if the people can actually buy into it, I think it's still going further to get world attention. But let us see how it's going to play out at the end of the day. But whatever happens, until Nnamdi Kanu is being released from DSS custody, we continue to experience, challenges like this, like the 1 month sit at home, security challenges, and the rest of them. As long as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue to be in the dock, illegally, it will continue to create an atmosphere of insecurity in the entire eastern Nigeria. Simon Ekpa is stepping out globally anyway, waiting for the day to come when those issues will be highlighted at the global level. And we can see the recent development in Abuja, where the ex-Zaki men, attacked Abuja, trying to bring serious, where we lost some policemen in that attack. A lot of people died in that attack. I think it's high time the Tinubu-led administration will be able to put some certain things in order, especially looking at the issue of Emeka Nyoko, trying to get him to understand the need for Nigeria to have a new constitution, or there will be use of maybe possible force, to balkanize Nigeria, to separate Nigeria, or Nigeria will go there. Everybody will go their separate ways, because we cannot continue to practice and engage ourselves in this type of constitution that has not been able to benefit anybody, including the North, the Yoruba, the Hausa, the Igbo. Nobody is benefiting apart from those who are playing at that level. For me, it's a good one. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration were able to look towards that direction of giving Nigerian people-oriented constitution at the end of the day.